Basically, my name is Vikas Lal, and I'm an old timer in HR, almost about 43 plus years of experience. And initially, first of all, I am a postgraduate from Xavier Institute, Ranchi. Then I started my career with Coal India. I had a long stint with Tata Steel at Jamshedpur, and then longer stint with Mozambique India Limited. I, in fact, superannuated last year from Mozambique India Limited, and currently I am the Director Human Resources of Karma Medical International at Noida. Basically, it is a US company, and which they have started our operation in India. So I am looking after the HR.
That's great, sir. So, sir, since we are MBA students, and how important is it for the students of MBA to gain the education and knowledge about an international language?
See, basically, I would say that it's very important in a way that today the world is a global village, and many a time the MBA students cannot restrict them only to India. Of course, English is a language which is accepted all over the world, but if you know the international languages, it will be easy to carry out your business across in different parts of the world. And basically, some of the language which is more spoken, like the Spanish, you can learn. One can learn French, and now people are learning even Mandarin, the Chinese language,
Yes.
because China is everywhere. So I would think that it's always useful and beneficial to learn at least a couple of foreign languages.
So, sir, one more question. Since you've been working as an HR into the HRM, so one question is that what are the suggestions and what are the tips and tricks for the students to, who are going to appear for their placement interviews or who are going to appear for their job interviews? So, any suggestions?
Yeah, a couple of suggestions. First of all, I would suggest that every student must be very, very well informed of what is happening around. You can't, just be happy that what is happening in India is good enough. You must be aware that what is happening in the global arena in the subject in which you are specializing, number one. Number two, the project works that you have done during the college, that should be a very, very, it should be on your tips, so that people ask you questions from project, you are able to give them proper answers and satisfactory answers. Third tip for the new students would be to make their CV very properly, because normally that is a piece of paper which reflects you before your even interview is taken.
Yes.
So it's important to represent you in those two pages of paper or whatever. And I would also suggest that on top of that, one pager must be attached so that a glance can, tell about the background and the strengths of the candidate. Because normally the HR people do not have time to scan through many pages. So if it is there on the top, it will help. Other thing is that remain focused and always try to learn. Learning never dies. At this age also I am trying to learn every day, and that's why I am here.
Yes, sir.
So that I would suggest.
So, sir, what to add and what not to add in a CV?
CV, basically, you should not add the rhetorics. There's no point in telling stories in the CVs.
Okay.
You should be very precise of what are your area of strength, what have you achieved, what have you done, and what do you want to do in future. So it should be very precise and concise rather than, telling the stories of the past and lot of futuristic ideas in the CV.
Okay.
Not required, I suppose.
And sir, how would you like to continue your association with NDIM?
In fact, I am very glad to say that I have an old association with NDIM. I have come a couple of times earlier also, and I wish to continue this association. I had also suggested to the management of the institute in the past that to start the mentoring program for these students and look for the corporate guys to mentor them. I have already offered my services if the institute wants
Thank you so much,
to do
sir,
the
for that.
mentoring.
So, sir, it was nice talking to you. Thank you so much. You